Hi and welcome. And my name is Afiq Muzaini. So basically, today uh, I'm your teacher. I will teach you about. Uh, I will teach you about the first step in coding. And for a disclaimer, in this session I will mix with bahasa Melayu and English also. Okay. Now, actually, I'm very excited to meet all of you so we can learn together, which is my thing that I'm really passionate about is coding. You know, hmm, do you know anything about coding? I think most of people really think that coding is a hard thing to do because they have no idea about it. Okay, and now today we will going to learn something very amazing. You know why? Because for me, programming is part of the life now. Okay, cuba korang bayangkan, uh, hmm, kalau saya suruh, contohlah kita ada robot sekarang ni kan, kita ada robot. Apabila kita ada robot, and then kita suruh dia kemas bilik kita. Bilik kita sepah lah. Kita suruh dia kemas bilik kita, agak-agak apa dia buat? I can say, dia orang akan tak buat apa-apa. Sebab, robot ni adalah satu komputer. So, apa komputer boleh buat tanpa manusia? Basically, they cannot do anything. The computer is still need human being to operate on them. And then, apa yang kita belajar hari ini kira akan berkaitlah dengan komputer sebab apa yang kita belajar hari ini akan, saya boleh katakanlah, boleh juga membuat robot terbergerak. Sebab in order for the robots or machine or any kind of anything to move, so they need instructions. That is why we need to learn programming. I know this is for primary punya school, but in this lecture, we will need to learn the basic thing first. Okay, so the basic thing is basically you know the fundamental, the really baseline, what exactly the computer will do, what they are capable of, what they cannot do, and of course, obviously, they cannot do because of they need some human to operate on them lah. And then, uh, basically, really good to learn this programming because technology is keep on growing and improve, and we need a lot of programmer to operate on us because every day we will operate on machine and they need help also. For example, when you walk around, you can see the TV and you see there's something like your apps. Even your apps can need a programming lah. So I, if you have a paper on you with you, you can have it and jot some materials, or maybe you can draw down something because some of the lecture are going on. Maybe I need your input, and not your input, need you to write it down or just scribble thing because learning is fun. So everyone can learn. Especially this subject is really fun. Yeah. Okay. Now I think we can move on to another segment. Just now, just only ice breaking. You need to know what is the and then my name is Afiq, so you can call me Teacher Afiq, and I will be with you along the journey today. Okay, now I want to explain to you what is programming is. Okay, basically when we ask people what is programming, okay, most of them we don't have any idea what is programming. Okay, If you want to know, programming is really simple. Okay, you can say programming is uh, giving instructions to a computer because computer needs instruction to operate it. Okay, for example, no, but you must bear in mind that programming for all machine are not the same. Why? For example, some set of application use different language, and application A using language A, application B using language B. So that is why uh, some machine can understand the set of instruction, which is I call it programming, and some machine cannot understand because the way they made the instruction is using a different language. Macam kita juga, contoh saya Melayu. Kalau contohkan you ada boss or you ada kawan you nak tanya something or you nak cakap minta tolong or something, minta tolong ke, boleh tolong pergi ke kedai tak? Belikan saya roti, belikan saya sos cili. And then cuba bayangkan saya ni I'm Malay. So bila disuruh dalam bahasa yang kita tak faham, tiba-tiba dia cakap bahasa Korea kan dekat kita. So obviously saya tak akan faham. Bila saya tak faham, the programming is not working really well and the output also not really well. Maksudnya, saya tak akan blur, saya tak akan buat apa-apa. So, the programming is basically giving instruction to a computer, but in a language they understand. Okay, bayangkan kita sekarang ni programmer. Okay, lepas tu, kita ada machine ataupun robot or apps and so on. So, actually, the programmer is a brain. Maksudnya kita yang menggerakkan mesin ke kiri ke kanan, buat ni, buat tu. So, kita adalah mesin. So, we are still power on the machine itself. Saya boleh katakan mesin ni quite powerful. It's really fast. Memang I can say really good. But it really does exactly what you tell it. Tu je. You tak suruh dia buat, dia tak akan buat. So, tu saya cakap, basically, mesin ataupun machine dia fast, computer is fast, really fast, it's really good and powerful. Tapi I can say it's boleh katakan dumb a bit or blur because it really does exactly what you tell it and nothing more and nothing less. Kalau you cakap suruh pergi ke depan, the robot, contohlah, bagi contoh robot, dia akan pergi. But without you, without the brain, without the programmer, it will do nothing. So, bear in mind, you are the smart one, not robots. Okay? And then, okay, kita macam fikirkan apa coding and programming boleh buat. Sebagai contoh kan, application, ilmu apps ni pun dia buat daripada coding and programming. Apa lagi? Contoh, YouTube. You guys suka tengok YouTube kan? So, basically YouTube memang guna coding. So, it's fun to learn. And then it's amazing. You can think of like this kind of thing can do by a code, which is you do it and it can be run, it can be used. For example, I got my watch here. Inside you got apps also, and guess what? It use programming to do it inside it. Kalau tak ada programming, I think some of the apps here you can got notification, contoh kan, you can it's a call. That one is the power of coding, but we need the brain to operate on it. We can do it actually. And then after this, after we know what is programming, I hope you guys understand totally. Programming is a simple thing. It's just instruction to a computer or to a machine so that they can operate what our intent is. It does exactly what you tell, but nothing more and nothing less. That's it. Okay, now we move on to another segment, which is Tadi cakap programming kan, tapi programming tu apa? Kalau programming, you tahu kan what is the instruction and so on. Now, dalam programming is a big word. Dia macam subjek yang besar. So, dalam programming is a detail is kita menggunakan algorithm. Algorithm, which I can say, to spell algorithm is ALGORITHM. Apa algorithm? Senang cerita, algorithm ni adalah instruction, which is including of step by step. Okay, dia macam A to Z, dia tak boleh jadi macam Z, A, B, C, D, tak boleh. Dia macam step by step that can solve problem. And it has a goals also. So algorithm, you need to, I can say you can set is insertion, but step by step. And then, actually algorithm ni kita guna setiap masa kita. Percaya tak? Mesti tak percaya kan? Okay, kalau you tak percaya, algorithm ni really rapat dengan kehidupan seharian kita sebab kita hari-hari perlukan instruction. Betul tak? Contoh, saya bagi contoh paling senang lah. I think everyone do this lah. Saya rasa semua orang pernah buat macam ni dengan cara yang betul dan mustahil sangat dalam cara yang salah. Sebab saya bagi contoh lah, satu contoh yang I think everyone can learn, semua boleh fikir, semua boleh terima, which is kalau saya nak buat sandwich kan, you know sandwich, contoh. Apa ada dalam sandwich? So, the first maybe algorithm is get a bread. Okay, dah dapat bread. And then you want what? Contoh you nak makan peanut butter punya sandwich, you need peanut butter. Okay. Other than that, contoh sudu ataupun spreading knife also okay. But the real thing is, just kalau ada barang tu je, you cannot do anything also if you want to eat bread. So if you want to eat sandwich, you have to make a sandwich. Bila you rasa nak buat sandwich, agak-agak kan, apa lagi you kena buat? Which is benda pertama adalah you kena ada 2 slice of bread ataupun 1. 2 pun lah. We do like a normal way lah. A normal way, we need to have 2 slices of bread. And then what we do next? You want to put in toast, also okay. Or you just want to eat plain like that. But if you want to eat the peanut butter one, you have to spread the peanut butter on the bread. Okay, there's a second step if you want to make a sandwich. And then, what is the next step? After we already spread the peanut butter, of course, you will put another bread onto it. Kan? Kita nak tutup kan? Kita nak makan. So, we press onto it together. After that, baru kita boleh makan. Kalau tak, contohlah kalau kalau you tak buat macam tu, you ambil, you tak sediakan roti, you tukar roti ni, kita ambil peanut butter, kita spread kat tangan kita. So itu jadi sandwich ke tidak? So kalau macam tu tak di sandwich dah. Apa yang saya cuba nak sampaikan, algorithm ni penting dan dia mesti ikut urutan. Why? Tengok macam apa yang saya nak buat tadi lah. Bila saya buat macam tu, saya spread on my hand. So dia jadi macam tak jadi sandwich dah. Sebab tu kita tak boleh skip, kita tak boleh ubah apa yang perlu diutamakan. Sebab bila kita buat macam tu, dia tak jadi sandwich dah. So, what the important thing is, order matters on the algorithm. Kalau for beginner, the algorithm is kita selalu buat dalam uh, contoh lah. Kalau kita nak buat algorithm as a student who want to be a programmer, kita ada guna sebagai macam term dia adalah pseudocode. Pseudocode ni we can list down what are the importance and the sequence we gonna do. Jadi kita tulis di kertas dulu lah. Most of programmer do that on that list stage, and then kita akan tulis step apa kita nak buat dulu. Contoh macam case macam idea dengan sandwich tadi, dia kena fikir dulu adakah sandwich tadi kita nak letak sebagai step ke berapa. Okay, kita letak step 1 ni, step 2, dan step 3, 4, 5 and so on. Sama juga dalam programming, the coding perlu juga mengikut susunan dan dibuat mengikut susunan mengikut kehendak kita lah, asalkan sampai output dia betul-betul menjadi. Kita kena buat satu-satu. Lepas kita dah buat satu-satu, the step by step, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3 and so on, baru kita start with the coding itself. So basically the best line of the programming, kita kena sediakan algorithm dulu. Tanpa algorithm, kita akan berfikir lebih lama, kita akan membuat kesilapan pada peringkat yang awal. Itu sebenarnya yang kita nak elakkan, supaya apa yang kita nak sampaikan adalah dalam keadaan yang betul, dan supaya kita menjimatkan masa untuk membuat coding later lah. About that, saya tak akan sentuh dulu untuk sesi sekarang, sebab itu memerlukan satu session yang agak panjang untuk diuraikan. So sekarang ni cukup dan memadai untuk kita lebih kenal apa itu algorithm. Dalam bahasa Melayu kita boleh panggil algoritma. And then lepas itu, apa yang kita nak, I think the key is algorithm is an instruction step by step in order to complete or solve a problem, but in order matters. Order kita kena matters. Itu je. Sebab kita tak nak jadi sandwich yang kosong, ataupun kita tak nak sapu mentega kacang dekat tangan kita. So kita perlukan bread, peanut butter and then bread again. So bear in mind the algorithm, the importance is matters. And then okay, we move on to another segment. Since I think the idea about algorithm is quite straightforward lah, you can say like that. Ataupun you can jot down, tulis, if you got the paper beside you right now, you boleh fikirkan apa je selain sandwich yang saya cakap tadi, boleh fikirkan apa je algorithm yang berlaku di sekeliling kita yang kita selalu buat. Yeah, you can think about it. Boleh fikir dulu. Ataupun kita hari-hari pun buat benda yang sama. If a step, kalau saya bangun pagi kan, saya nak mandi, mesti kita take off the clothes and then take a shower kan. So that's a normal thing, but that is the algorithm of our life. So benda itu memang normal apa yang kita lalui, benda yang sama. Okay, now we move to another segment, which is important thing lah. I can say really important to programming life lah, because algorithm dia ada pecahan juga. Dia bagi saya bukan pecahan, it's a big idea in coding lah. It's a big idea in coding. Yeah. Dalam programming, dia ada 3. I can say 3. 3 of it are, I think, almost every programmer using it. Ini memang saya cakap, memang confirm lah. The 3 big idea, which is, number 1, sequence. Okay. This sequence number 1. Okay, jot down if you want. Okay, in programming. Sequence, what is sequence? Macam tadi saya cakapkan, algorithm, dia adalah step by step to solve a problem in methods. So, dalam programming, and got 3 big ideas. One of it adalah sequence. Sequence ni, kalau nak bagi senang lah, dia macam dia macam step by step. Which is, sebagai contoh lah, in sequence, dia ada step 1, step 2, step 3. And to make it easier, saya bagi contoh sama macam sandwich tadi lah. Senang. Sandwich tadi kan, the sequence is first bread and then peanut butter or jam and then another bread. Jadi sequence dia adalah macam ni. Sequence dia macam ni. First roti, the bread, and then the peanut butter, and then the bread again. So basically that is the sequence. Okay. Everyone get it? So we will move to another big idea. I think the big idea is, for me lah, the big idea number 2 is really help us a lot. Macam ni, betul. Dia betul-betul menyenangkan hidup kita. Sebab yang nombor 2 ini adalah loop. Loop ataupun if you want to understand is, the loop means dia berulang lah. Tapi in term of programming, kita kena gunakan term loop. L, O, dan P. Loop. So, apa loop ni? Basically, loop adalah repeat something again and again and again and again until we stop it. Sebagai contoh, kalau saya buat macam ni kan, saya buat coding, saya buat macam ni lah. Saya nak suruh robot saya tu melompat. Tapi saya nak suruh dia melompat 100 kali. Cuba kamu bayangkan. Kalau kamu bayangkan macam tu, kalau saya nak type coding, robot jump. Kalau saya nak suruh robot saya jump, lompat 100 kali, saya kena type 100 kali ke? Kalau saya buat macam tu, nasib baik 100 kali lah. Kalau saya minta dia lompat 1000 kali, dia berjalan, lompat lagi 100 kali, jalan lagi, lompat 1000 kali. Kalau saya buat macam tu, by one, the instruction, lompat, I think boleh patah jari ni. Jadi, apa yang programmer boleh buat adalah, diorang boleh gunakan loop, which is, they can say, repeat 10 times jumping. Itu bahasa senang lah. Kalau kita buat dia dalam language yang machine or robot itu boleh faham, dia tak macam tu lah. Tapi idea and basically is like that. Kita boleh bagi robot kita macam lompat. Okay, lompat 100 kali, kita boleh buat macam ni. Repeat 10 times, jump. Maksud dia, kita arahkan mesin ataupun komputer kita boleh melompat 10 times or 300 times. Instead, we program or write it multiple lines. So dia tak macam efficient sangat. Berbanding kita buat one line of codes ataupun a few lines, berbanding 100 lines, ada 100 kita tulis code, kita tulis the algorithm and so on, daripada 100 kali, lebih baik kita buat one whole thing using the loop. Jadi apa yang benda itu amatlah menyenangkan kita. And then see, if I do like that, dia jadi macam lebih menyenangkan untuk programmer. Saya tak dapat bayangkan kalau I have to do the codes using looping by lines. Kalau kita buat macam tu, I think coding maybe akan lebih susah, akan boleh buat kita buat jadi lama sikit lah. And then for the third idea, which is condition. Ini amatlah penting. Selain looping, penting sangat-sangat. Kenapa penting? Sebab saya boleh katakanlah condition ni adalah untuk membuat decision. Untuk contoh lah, kita buat sebagai robot lah. Robot tadi kita buat dia very advanced. Kalau saya buat dia advanced sangat, saya boleh buat decision menggunakan robot. Sebagai contoh. Kalau saya bagi decision robot ini, contohlah robot ni dia boleh detect air dekat depan. If the robots see water, kita boleh bagi arahan either jump over ataupun kita boleh turn away from the water lah. Sebab robot tak boleh kena air kan. Jadi apa kita boleh buat dalam coding, we can say to them like this. If see water or you can jump over, and then kalau tak ada air, nak buat apa? Lompat air. Kalau tak ada, macam mana? Kalau tak ada, jalan terus. Sebab itu dalam programming, dia ada term if, dan else. If, dan else. If, dan else. If, have water in front, jump over. Else, maksud dia selain tu, jalan je lah. Macam tu lah kita boleh buat. Kalau saya nak kaitkan dengan keadaan kita seharian, kalau hari hujan, agak-agak kita nak buat apa kalau kita tengah jalan lah. Kalau kita nak jalan, kalaulah if hari hujan, which is if raining, what we'll do? Kalau if raining, kita boleh buat macam ni. If raining, take umbrella. So kita pakai payung. And then kalau if hujan kan, kalau tak hujan, dia panas terik lah, panas gila lah hari tu, yang terik sangat. Kita boleh pakai topi, pakai spek hitam, you can do anything. Coding is really flexible. And then bagi saya, benda ni memang penting lah. Dia boleh bagi pilihan pada mesin tu, what we can do for it. So contoh tadi lah, if kalau hujan, boleh pakai payung. Kalau tak hujan, tak boleh pakai payung pun tak apa. Kan? It's very flexible. And then, kalau nak dikatakan, if ni, since we as a programmer, you also maybe future programmer, we make a decision. The decision is in our hand. So it's really powerful to control the machine also. So in terms of it, we really need this one lah. And then, okay, let's recap what is the big idea for, okay, what is the big idea for this sequence tadi? The big idea. What is the big idea? Yeah, three big idea: sequence, loop, and condition. These three must have in every coding. Must have. I can say 100% all using it. Why? It's a way of coding and it's a fundamental also lah. If you want to do something to do coding, we need is not just need this, we need it in our life also. So basically, kalau kita nak tulis coding, we write the codes, we implement it also in our life. So it's not really hard and really straightforward. I can say programming is easy. Everyone can learn it. Everyone will love it. I can show you like that. Okay, now we move to another section. Okay, this section I actually prepare some games I can show to you. Okay, if you can see, this is the tablet. Okay, okay you can see this is a robot, and what I want to do is I want this robot to get a star. Okay, if it is you, what will you do on this one? Okay, if you can see, I don't know you can see or not lah. For the first step is move forward. The second, this one is the set a list of instruction, but this one is not the programming yet because this is what the idea only have lah, which is one is move forward, another one is face right, dia pusing ke kanan, another one is face left, face down, and then face up. So ini adalah set of instruction yang ada. But in order to move this robot to get the star, what we should do? Nampak senang kan? Dia boleh pergi lurus je. Tapi kalau kita nak bagi arahan ke robot ni, kita kena bagi arahan yang spesifik. Arahan kena spesifik dan mengikut urutan. Contoh, saya pagi ni saya salah bagi arahan. Saya pergi ke atas ni, which is I will face up the robot and then I jalan sampai 1, 2, 3. Forward 1, 2, 3. And then saya run. See the run button? This is the run button. Robot akan berjalan. Faham? Dia tak dapat. So, kesian robot ni dia tak dapat bintang. So, the instruction must be really precise. Dan kita bagi contoh yang sukses for this robot. Saya panggil dia Ali. Robot Ali. Okay. Ali kena jalan lurus pergi ke bintang ni. Kalau dekat sini dia ada grid lah. Dia pergi ke 1, 2, 3, 4 langkah baru dia pergi dapat bintang. Contoh saya bagi dia, Ali pergi forward 4 kali. 1, 2, 3 dan 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kita run. 2, 3, 4. Tada! See? Ali dah dapat bintang. Kenapa dia dapat bintang? Sebab kita bagi arahan yang betul. So the programming is really precise with a sequence, and then but in this demo I will not use for loop, and I will not use for the if decision lah, because in order you to understand how does the instruction works on robot like Ali lah. So if for the if and the loop, I will do a next session for it, for you easy to understand on the looping itself. Okay, now Ali is happy because he got star, so we go to the next level. So this level, oh no, they got a brick over here. So it's really hard for Ali kan, really hard for him Kalau tak dia boleh senang je. Dia kena pilih tempat dia kena lalu to get this. Tapi macam senang je kan. Instead of this, it's either because programming is based on your own brainstorm. You need to think about it. That's why you either can go here, can, but you of course can go overhead because the instruction here don't have any jump. If jump also cannot, I think, because I think the walls is too tall. So what you can do is either you go over here and go straight, or you want to make Ali have a hard time a bit, you can make Ali go forward and go down and go over there. For example, I can do like, for example kan, ke depan. Kalau saya nak buat dia ke sini, it will go down, press down, drag it, press down. And then, dia boleh ke 1, 2, 3, 4. Dia boleh forward ke 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cuba tengok, dia jalan tak? Betul, dia jalan. Lepas tu, the next step, dia kena pergi ke star. You can switch the Ali to fast right. And then move forward 1, 2, 3, 4. Kita tengok jadi ke tak? Yay! Another success for Ali. Good job, Ali. You see, it's not difficult to learn programming. This is a basic thing. The sequence, this is the algorithm lah. In order to Ali to get his star, you need to perform this one. It's quite simple. The idea is there. Okay. I think this quite the same with what we happened before, but you don't think about this one. You just go straight and also can go over there. But I love to make a challenge for Ali. So Ali, you must go straight again. For example, like this. It's still working. 2, 3, 4, 5. But what happened if I not giving a good instruction? Okay. See what happened to Ali? They cannot go through, and the Ali can get this one because the instruction is really matter on this one. So in order to move Ali, go forward and then turn down, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. Yeah, and then you can go next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or so. I hope Ali get his stars now. Oh my god, I forgot to turn right. Turn right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, just like that. So what we can learn about programming? This is I can say live demo. As you can see, Ali is really get what he wants, the star. Congrats to Ali. Ali the robot. Okay, because what we ask them to do is really on point. Because we ask them to do this, they can do this. Because the robot only understand what we are saying, what we are instruct them to do. Okay, now I want to give your turn right now. It's your turn. Okay, I give you a few seconds lah. A few seconds to think, a few seconds to maybe jot down and scribble thing. Write an algorithm for me. Getting ready for school. Yeah. What will you do? What will you write? What can you do? And then, yeah, you can show to me because I'm curious also. Grab a pen and a paper if you have one, or if you don't have one, maybe you can think of it. You can think of it. What is you gonna do? when you're getting ready for school. Okay. Hmm. It's a fun thing to. That's your time to think, and then it's time to use your brain. Squeeze up some juice, brain juice, and then think, what I'm going to do if I'm going to school. If I'm getting ready to school, what I'm going to do, and you can think of it, and you just because today you go to school, right? You can think about it. What can I do? This is a challenge for you. Hmm. Okay. I think time's up. If it was me, obviously I'm not going to school, but maybe I'm going to work. Yeah. First thing first, I will. Hmm. Okay. First thing, for example, you can think of what should I do? Huh. If you're getting to ready to school, obviously you have to wake up. Okay. The wake up thing is basically the first step. The first step is wake up. Another thing, what if I wake up? After I wake up, need to wash my face or taking shower. Taking shower. After that, you can add another layer of thinking lah. When doing your shower, what you do first? For me, I will always brush my teeth first. So the first step, I wake up, and I wake up. After that, I taking shower lah. But inside the taking shower, we can branch it to another algorithm or set of instruction to our life. For example, taking shower inside this, what I do, I brush teeth or I put my shampoo on, soap or anything. There are set of detailed instruction to what we do for shower lah. And then after that, I get dressed. I get dressed. After I get dressed, it's I can say maybe we go eat breakfast lah. Well, breakfast is maybe important meal for me. I need breakfast. So after breakfast, then I can go to work. Or for you, you can go to school. Hmm. Basically, wake up, take a shower, and then get dressed, eat breakfast, and go to school. So that is the morning algorithm lah. It happen anytime, anytime in your daily life. As you can see, mm, if in the night, kalau malam saya nak tidur kan, adakah kita perlu tidur je? Mestilah kita ada cuci muka ataupun kita nak gosok gigi kan. So that is one of the important set of algorithm in our life lah. Kalau kita bayangkan kita punya morning algorithm tadi, sebagai contoh lah, tadi kan saya bangun tidur, lepas tu saya mandi, lepas tu saya pergi pakai baju, lepas tu breakfast, baru pergi kerja ataupun pergi sekolah. Cuba saya tukar sikit, tukar satu je, saya swap yang nombor 5 ataupun yang makan breakfast tadi tu, saya tukar sikit je. Saya swap, dah. Saya kena makan dulu, tak bangun pun lagi. Kan susah macam tu. Macam mana nak makan kalau kita tengah tidur kan? Mesti kalau kita nak tengok aturan yang ada dalam kehidupan kita ni sebenarnya, kita memang disediakan uh, perkara yang kita boleh katakan sempurna lah diberi oleh uh, sang pencipta. Sebab kalau tak dibuat macam ni, saya dapat bayangkan warning algorithm is makan dulu tanpa bangun. So itu pentingnya order kan. Tadi kita ada cerita kan. Segmen yang, saya rasa segmen yang kedua, kita memang tekankan algorithm memang sangat-sangatlah memerlukan aturan yang betul. Orders really matters. Ya, orders really matters in programming. Sebab inilah, kalau tadi Ali, contohkan Ali. Kalau sebagai Ali ni tadi, kalau saya bagi order yang betul, susunan yang betul, dengan cara yang betul, sebenarnya tadi Ali, kita boleh buat yang macam lebih cepat, pergi jumpa the star for him. Sebagai contoh lah, sebagai contoh. Kalau macam ni, kalau idea kamu, if you use your brain and then you start to think, kalau you nak bagi senangkan Ali ni, you boleh je bagi dia pusing ke bawah, straight, lepas tu pusing kanan, straight, easy. Kalau you fikirkan, you buat macam ni, di sini, atas, di sini, 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 it's correct, it's still correct, but the thing is not very efficient. So in terms of programming, the important thing is you must keep on efficiency on the top notch. Sebab kalau kita buat macam ni, kalau bayangkan lah Ali ni tukar kepada saya kan, kalau you bagi saya jalan macam ni, straight to the star, I will be very happy. Sebab dia tak jalan banyak, saya pun tak penat. Ini Ali kesian pula dengan dia kan. Kalau saya buat dia macam ni, and go down here, and go right again, and go up again, go here, go down again, go, baru jumpa star. Kalau saya lah, saya dah semput dah, banyak saya kena jalan. Ali ni nasib baik dia robot lagi, tapi dia pun penat sebab robot pun kena energy kan. So kesian kat dia. So the best thing we can do to write our codes is the efficiency lah. Lagi satu, benda penting, kalaulah saya boleh tukar ni sekarang, agak-agak saya nak buat apa, what should I do? Kan dia ada instruction, move forward, lepas tu ada face right, face down, face up, and then and so on lah, instruction lagi. Kalau saya tukar sekarang ni, kalau saya boleh lah, saya tukar benda ni, saya akan buat dia macam ni tau. Kan tadi dia kena boleh turun ke bawah. First saya turn ke bawah, kan kita ada guna loop. The big idea for us is a loop lah. Kalau dia ada loop, I can say move forward 5 times. One line only, dia boleh jalan dah. Macam tu. Kan lagi senang. Sebab tu saya cakap ni sebagai contoh. Kalau kita tukar ni dengan 3 big ideas tadi, we got the sequence just now, and then we add one, just imagine we add one only. The loop, we add the loop, everything's gonna be so easy. Ini saya buat dia macam block programming lah. Just using block, and then you can understand how it works. If we do this set of instruction, what will happen is the output. This is the output. I do it for today session for easy for you guys to know about the how does programming works, because some of people they really doesn't get it. As a fundamental, we need to understand that this is the thing we should do to give instruction to a machine, an app, and so on. Another contoh for application. Kalau saya bagi contoh TikTok ataupun any apps. What happen if people click on the icon? If people, dia guna if, boleh juga. Or we gonna start. So The start is when people click on the icon, it will start. What start? The application will be start. Macam tu. Simple untuk faham sebab instruction dia senang. Lepas tu, kita nak hantar chat lah contoh sebagainya. Kita hantar chat. Kita klik tempat chat kan ada bar for us to key in the set of communication. Kita chat, lepas kita chat, then kita tengok chat tu, ni kita tekan send button, contoh over here, tekan send button, and what we see the algorithm is like after people type in the word, if they click on the send, it will send. If else not. Macam tu lah. Or I can do like some flexible stuff lah. If send, click, dia send message. Kita boleh if lagi, if the user click delete chat dan macam kita delete message, click delete, what happen? Every character will be deleted lah. Contoh kita letak A, B, C, kita tekan delete sekali, dia jadi A, B. Kita tekan lagi delete sekali, dia akan jadi B, A. Lepas kita delete sekali, the message will be disappear lah. So, with that things is really hard, and not really hard lah, they're really related, they're heavy related to the three big idea also lah. Okay, enough for Ali. Okay, other than that, okay, mesti kita tertanya-tanya kan, tadi kita dah tunjuk sequence for morning algorithm, the sequence for morning algorithm. Pas kita buat ni. Okay, kalau kita contoh tadi kan ada pakai baju, if got baju yang kita minat, kita boleh pakai. Kalau tak ada, maybe kita lupa cuci and so on, kita boleh guna else, which is ada baju. Okay, there is the if else also added into here lah. Mesti kita berfikir di mana letaknya looping dalam kita punya morning algorithm. Tanpa kita sedar, the looping algorithm is already there. And already now we are doing is a looping algorithm also in our life. Sebagai contoh, yang paling obvious, yang paling ketara sangat, the looping is, bagi contoh, bernafas. We are doing the looping algorithm on ourselves to breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, so basically, we are looping forever breathe in, breathe out. That is the logically what happened in looping lah. So we can include that into our morning algorithm. That is my point, and I think the contoh really can be understandable lah, because it really related with our life. Okay, I think we should go a little quiz lah. But no need to give the answer. You just can think of it. I give you 4 seconds to think. It's easy quiz lah, because it's not that hard, and then it's really straightforward. And all the idea that we are discussed today, I think it's kind of related to what you do in real life. Okay, the first quiz, my first question. Wait, what do you think about it? My first question is, what do we call step-by-step list of instructions? Okay, I give you 4 or 5 seconds to think first. Okay, one. I repeat again. What do we call a step-by-step list of instructions? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The answer is algorithm. Yay! I think you guys can answer it. Yes, good. I can say it is algorithm. Algorithm is a step-by-step list of instruction. Good job, guys. Good job, good job. Full mark for question one. Good, good. And then for question number two. Yes, question number two. What question? Okay. What concept means repeat something? What concept means repeat something? Give you 5 seconds to answer. One, two, three, four, five. It's loop. Nice. Yes, good. It's looping. It's really obvious because the question is repeat something. Since looping is we keep on repeating on something. Okay. Ah, now we move on to another question. If raining, get umbrella. Which concept is this? One, two, three, four, five. Is it? Yes, correct. It is condition. So, if else or if is a condition. Good job, everyone. And then the last question is name one thing made with programming. One, two, three, four, five. Thumbs up. Okay. Actually, there are so many answers to this, and I think all of you can get it correct because it can be apps, it can be robots, it can be my watches now inside it, or it can be like any apps, everything. There are no wrong answer. Okay, I think we are in the end of the session. Okay, of course, since this is a session, I'm gonna give you a homework, but you need to send to me lah. Just do your own homework, and then you can recap back on this one. Okay, on your homework, I want you to write at least three algorithms from your daily life. And please don't use my example like Ali just now, Ali the robot. No, no, no. And then don't give example. The sandwich also no. You cannot do that. The morning go to school, yeah, no, cannot. So you need to think of it three algorithm that happen in your life. Yeah, you can list it down, and then you can reflect. Oh, this is what programming do. This is what I want. Okay, no app needed. Just pen and paper only enough. You can write it down. You can think of it. Okay, guys, amazing work today. I really having fun talking to you guys, and this is a really fun session for me. And I hope we meet next time. I can try to recap what we done tonight, which is we do learn what programming is, what is programming, and then how is it affect our life, our current life, our daily life, and then the algorithms. We already learned algorithms today, which is algorithms really matters on the orders. Okay, and other than that, sequence, loop, and condition. You know the sequence is step by step. Loop and you repeat something else. Repeat. The condition, which is you do the if then the else. If like this and what happens next. So and then yeah, we have fun doing we let the Ali the robots they get their star. Yeah, there's the real code logic lah. You can say that there's the easiest and closest I can show to you. It's really related to the programming world. And then uh, I hope I can see you guys again on another session. I can guarantee the next session is another level. So guys, keep coding, keep curious, and